Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December, moving into early January 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic as we get ready to start a beautiful new year. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Rams? What do you have for us? Energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, I'm just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot. Just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries gang. What do you got for us, my guides? As we start off this beautiful new year, I sense the blessings and abundance coming regardless. Let's see what's happening. What's in energy? Cool. All right. So who and what you attach your energy to and your attention to could be very, very important when this card shows up. There's a lot of nuance to this card, and it's one of the more unique ones in the deck. And if you just take a look at that imagery, I think you'll see why. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little further in depth. So when you look here at the image, and I think it's striking, I think it's beautiful, we see there's a man and there's a woman, and it looks like she's coming out of a mirror. So this somewhat implies distance. So for some Aries out there, maybe this is a connection with someone where there's a distance between you, whether it's a physical distance, whether it's an emotional distance, you name it. I don't think this is a bad card. To me, I feel like it just implies the energetic connections we make. Now, it's my belief that when we form bonds with people, whether it's really good friends or family members, parental figures, siblings, or even romantic partners, there's an energetic exchange, a cord, so to speak. So, I mean, sometimes you're giving a lot to a person energetically. Sometimes you're not giving a lot, or you're not giving enough, or there's an imbalance in it. So for a lot of Aries in this time, Spirit might want you to just check in, see like who and what you're giving your energy to. Are you giving too much or too little? Is something balanced? Now, that doesn't just have to be with people and connections. It could also be with tasks and work and career. So there could be something here about balancing out your focus. Okay, so, or readjusting it. So we're going to leave it at that for now. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Aries gang. What do we got in late December, moving into January, the new year? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. I was loving the energy we were picking up. It was very much earth heavy, lots of pentacles. I think I used the term, it was raining pentacles. And the reading was titled A Massive Blessing. So for a lot of Aries, if one didn't come in, blessings come in all different shapes and sizes. There could be one that's being lined up for you in a very big way. I felt like it was a very claimable type of reading. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Aries gang. What do we got in late December, moving into early January? What's going on here? Okay, thank you. Queen of Swords. Ooh, very stern, very serious. Now, this is an energy that us Aries, we could vibe with for the most part. Let's get her tucked in right here by the amethyst. But she's very strict in her ways. If this isn't a person you're connected to, of course. Let's get a couple more, and we'll start piecing it together. Let's get a couple more here for Aries gang. Thank you. Ace of Cups. Nice. So a lot of internal energy showing up here, and we'll go further in depth with that. I like the Ace of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of promise with that energy. Potential is a big vibe I think of here. So let's get one more. Wow, okay, the Wheel of Fortune in position number 3. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and just like last week, we're starting strong. And I don't want to get too overly excited or overly ambitious, because, you know, when we clarify it, the reading could take a little bit of a left. But so far, I'm really liking the vibe. Now, let's just go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, yeah, nice little mixture of stuff going on here. You know, I always look at the elements first. I feel like that's always important. We have the Queen of Swords, which is air. Air rules over logic, mind, mental state, but also communication, especially with her. And we have water right here in the center, and water is the realm of emotions, creativity, feelings. So notice that these energies are strong internal energies. Now, I mean, as fire signs, we do vibe really good with air energy. I mean, we'll see what this Ace of Cups is about, but there's a lot of potential, especially with that Wheel of Fortune right here on the back. It's very fast moving energy, so it's something that picks up a lot of steam. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out, because I have a feeling this is going to have some nuance as well. Position number one, we are starting with the beautiful, the stern, the strict, straightforward Queen of Swords herself. Now, some of you might be connected to an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it doesn't have to be gender specific, of course. Queens represent the internal aspects of their suit. So when we see this card, it's about your mind state, how you're processing information. This is a really strong strategic energy as well. So it's plan-based, it's by the book. Now listen, as an Aries myself, I know sometimes a little too much structure could really like make us feel wound tight. So that's the only thing I'm watching out for with this card. As far as communication goes, it's very straightforward. It's no nonsense, it's no BS. And that could be really fantastic, but at the same time, this card can be a little harsh, it can be a little cold. That's the downside of it. And you know, I always like to give you both sides of the coin. But a big thing with her is she's serious about something. So hopefully it's a good thing. Hopefully these are goals or something you're getting very serious about. I think it's really nice. So we'll just have to see what's up with her, and notice as she is looking out at all this other beautiful energy. Position number two, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, I always say all aces are opportunities, especially this Ace of Cups. It's one of my favorite ones in the whole entire deck. It could be talks, it could be communication, but similar to pages, and there are a lot of similarities between pages and aces. It's not something that's like permanent. It's not something that's always there. Like sometimes it's a limited time type of energy. So for a lot of Aries, there might be something you need to pounce on or like jump into it quick. If like get on the ball, like it's a limited time offer type of vibe. But I like it. It does deal with your emotional state. So for some of you, maybe you're going to start feeling a little better about something, or maybe you're just in your feelings a little more than you usually are. Or somebody else's, of course, because remember, this could be somebody else. But I love the Ace of Cups because it's loving, it's emotional, it's creative, it's usually very nice. However, the downside to it, when this cup flips in reverse, it's someone that could be quite down about something. They could be in the dumps for whatever reason. So just watch out for some emotional ups and downs whenever this card is here. And we'll just have to see what's up. And of course, with the Queen of Swords and her planning and her communicating and the Ace of Cups, there could be a lot of chit chat. There could be a lot of talking here. So we'll see how it all plays out. Now, moving to the very back end, we have one of my favorite cards once again, the beautiful Wheel of Fortune itself. Love it. And I always say this is the four-leaf clover of the tarot deck to me. So it's a good luck charm. So whether you're wanting to try your luck with something, just know you might be a little more risky than you normally are. There could be certain things where you take a leap, you take a jump, you're wanting to try your luck. So this is a very spontaneous type of energy to me. Now, there is a bigger picture type of vibe here, aside from being a good luck charm. The Wheel of Fortune is very karmic. It represents cycles of life, beginnings, endings, big change. But the downside of the wheel is that it moves very, very fast. Yes, it's a karmic card, and usually karmic cycles work through slowly. But when we see the wheel, it's either a very, very quick change or just something that happens suddenly, quick, unexpected. So we're just going to see how it all plays. But I will say this, judging by what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling so far, I'm pretty optimistic about the vibes we're picking up. It's not as planted as it was last week. There's more free flow. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Let's get a good shuffle here for my Aries gang. What's happening, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Queen. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to the Aries Collective, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Swords, let's go. Why is she chilling right there by the amethyst? What's happening? Why is that Queen of Swords here? Whoa, okay. Six of Wands in the upright, very explosive energy. I like this. All right, so if this is somebody planning, and you know, I'm just going to go with this type of vibe and message I was getting, because I did say she is very strategic, very serious about things. And as an Aries myself, I have 3 major placements in Aries. I know that too much structure is not a great thing for Aries. Usually we need a sense of freedom, we need a sense of flow. But when I see the Queen of Swords and the Six of Wands, this could be Spirit saying, like, listen, you need to structure something a little better, or you need to plan something out. So could this be talking about the first quarter of the new year? It's like, okay, you need a step by step, you need things to shoot for, you need goals to go for. That could be really great. Now, if it is somebody else that's planning something, it could really work to your benefit. So just know that it's like, if somebody else is strategizing or planning something, it's like, okay, this will work in your benefit. But the Six of Wands, I mean, you don't get much better than this card. It's right up there with the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of wins. It's a card of victory. Public notoriety, attention, kudos, you name it. So it's gaining recognition. Now, for a lot of Aries, you might be catching a little more attention than you normally do as well. So keep that in mind. Okay, whether it's one person, whether it's multiple individuals, it's like, all right, you're catching someone's attention here. Okay, whether you're trying to or whether you're not, I feel like it's great. So to me, once again, either it is a plan, like structure something, or this could be an explosive win, a serious win. When we mix the fire and air, it's like, boom, that all worked out. Boom, that worked according to plan. So I'm feeling very optimistic. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, because it's interesting how in the front end we have this structured type of energy, but I feel like it loosens up as we get to the back, where the back is a little more free flowing. Let's see what the Ace of Cups has for us. So I'm liking this so far. Let's see what the Ace of Cups has. Something going according to plan. It's like a smashing success type of vibe. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Thank you. I mean, my friends, I don't think I have seen this many heavy hitters in an Aries reading in months, if not years, for a general reading. We have the Sun card in the upright underneath the Ace of Cups. Wow. I mean, if you're a reader, you probably understand why I'm getting the way I am. I mean, I'm trying to keep it together, keep it smooth. But the Sun is the best card in the whole entire deck. Now, it is Leo energy. I could say the same here with the Six of Wands. These are both Leo energy. Both are cards of gaining recognition, getting attention. So I feel for a lot of Aries, there's a certain magnetism to you in this time, which happens from time to time. So just know now is a great time to attract things, situations, individuals. It's like we're pulling it in. It's like a vacuum of good energy, good vibes. I feel like so far this whole entire reading is extremely claimable. Now, the Sun, sometimes it could be revelations, sometimes it could be things being revealed, like the truth and stuff like that. But I feel like we're just seeing a general energy of amazing potential here. So I would say, as we're breaking into this new year, for a lot of Aries, if your hopes are not very high, that's going to quickly change. That's going to quickly change. Like, situations are going to shift, things are going to happen. And this is huge. I would say overall, the general energy might be the best one I've seen in a very, very long time, if not ever. And I'm not saying that lightly. So we're just going to put the Sun down right here. I do not say that lightly. Let's see what shows up with that wheel. And then I'll make a final determination. But I mean, I can't remember the last time. Usually us Aries, we get a little bit of a mixed bag, right? Like, we do get some challenge, but then we get the wins and stuff like that. We do come out on top. Sometimes we don't, but for me, this is like all good so far. Let's go in on the wheel, see what happens there. Beautiful stuff. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in the mix? Thank you. 2 Wands, going according to plan. Now, it doesn't mean every single thing in your life has to have a strict structure to it. I feel like this is really great. The 2 of Wands is a fresh, new type of energy, so it's really fantastic from front to back here, Aries. I think this whole reading is extremely claimable if this is how you're going to be starting the new year. I mean, I can't think of a better spread that we could start with. I mean, whether you're going through work things, career things, whatever your focus is, whether it's relationships or health, I feel like all of it, it's like win on win on win. And I'm going to stick with that term I said. I feel like this is probably one of the best readings I've ever done for Aries, like point blank, period, with the excitement that it's giving me as these cards are coming out. Now, the 2 of Wands, aside from being at a crossroads, it could be new things. For some Aries, you might choose a path, make a choice, decide what road you're going to travel. Really awesome. But when I see it underneath the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, yeah, I mean, roll with the punches. Not everything's always going to go completely according to plan, but if you know how to adapt, and if you can adapt, It's like there's just so much good energy to work with here, okay? Because this is another big card of strategy. So it's like a plan coming to fruition, a loose plan coming to fruition. There's like a good energetic sandwich in between. I mean, to me, I'm really trying hard to find a negative here. All right. And I'm an optimistic reader. I don't always look for negatives. I just tell you what I feel. But I'm really optimistic. And right now I'm pretty damn happy to be in Aries looking at this energy. So let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card real quick. See if we could get a little more detail there. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, and once again, it's like one after another, good on good on good. Position number 1, we have the Queen of Swords with the Six of Wands in the upright. I did say for a lot of Aries with all this Leo energy, you could be pulling in a lot of attention or magnetism, just bringing things to you, which is really nice. But to me, this is either something where if you structure it, if you have goals, if you have like little posts where it's like, okay, I'm going to work towards this, then I'll work towards this, then I'll work towards that. If you bring structure to something, you're going to get much better results as opposed to just winging it, if that makes sense. This can also feel like an explosive winner victory. It's just really nice the way everything seems to come together. Moving to the center, we have the Ace of Cups with the Sun in the upright. So again, I feel moving into this new year, this new cycle, the energy looks really beneficial. So if you've been going through some tough ones, or if you're a little down in the dumps, I mean, I would claim this energy because it's reinvigorating to me, because it's like filling me with this beautiful energy. It's like win on win. We got a little bit of plan, rolling with the punches. We have new stuff coming in here. It's just win on win. Onto the back end, we do have the Wheel of Fortune with the Two of Wands in the upright. So again, things going according to plan. If you're adaptable, if you can roll with the punches, even better. But for the most part, I feel like energetically, when we combine it all, it's probably one of the best readings I've ever done for Aries, period. So I would claim this, I would work with this, and I would move into the new year in a very optimistic place. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into them further, and you'll see what I mean. Let's get into the shadows real quick. So let's get a good shuffle here for Aries gang. See what is happening. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. So let's get this going. Let's get this shadow card out here. Thank you. Cool. Knight of Pentacles, the impatience, right? And that's what us Aries will get a little bit of a bad rap for that sometimes. Now, for a portion of you, if you are connected to an earth sign, this could just be them. Their energy is still connecting for whatever reason. But I don't always see this as a bad card. Now, the shadow side of the Knight of Pentacles, sure, it could represent delays. It could represent something where it doesn't quite seem like it's changing. You might not be getting the progress that you'd really like, where it's like, okay, well, I'm moving in the right direction, but I wish it would hurry the heck up. That's kind of the energy I pick up off of this. In its most shadow side, it can represent big delays, but that's not really what I'm picking up. It can be communicative. It can be talk-based. I feel like it's all right. For a lot of you, if you have been being patient, or your patience has been tested recently, it's like, okay, you will be rewarded for the patience. So I feel like this can be really good. Just watch the impatience, right? Like, because there could be certain things where it's like, I just want to do it already, or I just want to get this, or I want to accomplish this already. All in good time. And with the way the energy is lining up for you, I'd say the sky's the limit, my friends. So yeah, Aries, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar and book one at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you want Santa Claus to bring you this year for Christmas? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.